guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. So in this lesson today, we're going to create a contacts app, okay, just like this one. By doing this, we'll learn how to present data in rows by using SwiftUI lists, okay. We'll also learn how to let the user navigate between multiple views as you see in the preview here, okay, just like that. So let's start with creating a new Xcode project, okay, by firing up your Xcode. So here, create a new Xcode project, okay. Here you are going to select single view app, give the project a suitable name, and make sure that SwiftUI as user interface is selected. So we are going to call it contact app, for instance, en, okay. Then click on create. So our Xcode project shows up with presenting the default content view file. Before we start creating our contacts app, we first need to import the images we'll use for the photos of our contacts. To do this, open the assets folder and drag and drop the image files right into it, okay. But don't worry, I will put a link below the video so that you can download these images, okay. Great, we're done with setting up our apps project, so let's dive into coding up our contacts app, okay. So we are going to create a static list, okay. A list is like a table view you perhaps know from UIKit and contains multiple rows of data in a single column, okay. Let's embed the default hello world text into a list to see how it looks like, okay. So here, it's like that, okay. We can close that. Okay, so you see that SwiftUI automatically created multiple rows for us. Each view inside the list gets its own row. Currently, that's only our hello world text, okay? So here, I don't know why do we have this bug, but you can add top and 16. Cool. So here, if you see in the finished app, each row in our list should contain the contact's photo, its name, and its phone number, okay. So let's start composing the rows UI by embedding a text view into a VStack, replacing its string with a sample contact name and placing another text view reading a sample phone number below it, okay. So here you're going to delete this object, create a VStack, okay, just like that. Here you are going to create another text object, write Bernard low, okay, and below you can create another text object and write +1. So let's highlight the contact name by applying the font modifier with the custom option to the corresponding text. So here you can call the font modifier just like that, okay. Then system, this one, okay. So here the value is 21. Here you can write medium and here default. Cool. So let's choose the leading alignment mode for our VStack. So here you can write alignment is equal to leading, okay. On the left side of the contact's name and number, we want to show its photo. To do this, we need to embed the VStack into a HStack first, okay. So here, press command and click on the VStack and here embed in HStack, okay. Next, we can insert a suitable image view above the VStack for creating a sample contact photo, okay. So here, image Bernard low, okay, just like that. Give it some modifiers. So the first one is resizable, okay. The Second one is content mode will be filled. Okay, then give it a frame, 60 by 60. Okay, we can delete the alignment option. Okay, then clipped it to the frame, and finally the corner radius value will be 50. It's like that. Okay, so for keeping our code clean, let's outsource our ad stack by command clicking on it. So here, and choosing extract subview. Okay, just like that, and calling it contact row. So contact row, press enter. Okay, before we can make our list dynamic, we need to define a data model for representing the data for each contact inside the list. Okay, so let's create a new file by clicking on your keyboard command N. Okay, and selecting Swift file here. Okay, let's call this file contacts. Okay, make sure the foundation and SwiftUI kit is imported. Okay, so here import SwiftUI kit. Okay, for handling our contacts, we create a class called contact inside this file. So structure. Okay, here contact, and here you can delete the field. So we want to know the following information of each contact: its name, phone number, email, its address, okay, and the name of the corresponding image inside our assets folder. Okay, therefore we declare corresponding attributes inside our class. Okay, so here you can write let image name to be type of string. Okay, then let name to be type of string as well. Let phone to be type of string as well. Let email to be type of string, and finally let address to be type of string as well. Okay, so because we will use our contact data model to wrap multiple instances of it into a list, we need it to conform to the identifiable protocol. This is required to pass custom class instances into lists in SwiftUI. Okay, the identifiable protocol has only one mandatory requirement. It needs the class to contain an attribute to identify every instance by a unique ID. Okay, therefore we simply declare an ID attribute here. Okay, let ID is equal to an UUID instance to it when initializing a contact. Okay, just like that. Using UUID instances is automatically creating unique IDs for us. Okay, so below our contact structure, we can insert an array for holding all the contacts for our app. So feel free to copy and paste the array from the completed project. So here I'm going to copy paste simply all the informations. Back to our content view now. We are now ready to pass our contacts data set to our list like this. Here we can write contacts. Okay, contact in, just like that. Okay, so by doing this, our list cycles through our contacts array and creates one contact row for every contact instance inside it. Okay, so your preview canvas should now look like this. Okay, so of course not every row should display the same sample contact data. Thus we add a contact variable to our contact row structure. So here you can write let contact to be type of contact, okay, which we initialize with the particular contact instance in our content views list. So here, just like that. Okay, so we can now replace the strings in our contact rows text views with the corresponding properties of the past contact property. Okay, so here first of all we're going to write contact dot image name. Here it's gonna be contact dot name, and here contact dot phone. Okay, so if you take a look at your preview canvas right now, okay, you should see that the list successfully cycles through all elements in the contacts array and creates one contact row for each by passing that particular contact instance to the contact row view. Okay, so now when the user taps on a particular contact row, we want to present a new view with detailed information about this contact, just like here. Okay, to do this, we create a new SwiftUI view and call it detail view. So press Command N and select SwiftUI view, okay, and call it detail view, just like that. Okay, cool. So as we did in our contact row view, we declare a contact property. Okay, here let contact to be type of contact. Okay, which will be initialized in our contact view later on. Okay, so however, the corresponding preview structure needs to know which contact to use in order to render the preview canvas. For this purpose, we just use the first element of our contacts array. So here you can write contacts and the first element is 0. Okay, so now we're ready to set up the UI of our detail view. We start with replacing the default hello world text with an image view to display the contacts photo. So here you can delete this object and call an image object. Okay, contact dot image name. Okay, then give it some modifiers. So the first one, resizable, aspect ratio will be fill. Okay, then the frame will be 150 by 150, and we don't need the last property. Okay, then clipped it to the frame and then give a corner radius value, which is 150 as well, and finally a little bit of shadow, okay, with a value of 3. So I can select all this and press on tab. Okay, cool. So if I press on resume, cool. So next, we wrap the image view into a vstack and place a text view below it for displaying the contact's name. Okay, so here, embed in vstack, okay. And here we can add a text object, okay. Contact dot name, it's like that, with 2 modifiers. The first one is title, and here the second one is font weight, and the value is medium. So below the contact's name, we insert 3 hashtags for presenting the contact's phone number, email, and his address. Okay, so here, as you can see, so what we're going to do is to add the first hashtag. Okay, so here you can write text, okay, which will be phone, okay, give a spacer, just like that, and here another text with the phone number, so contact dot phone, okay, and here foreground color will be gray, and then the font will be call out, just like that. Okay, cool. So now we can simply copy paste this hashtag twice. Okay, no need to rewrite everything, and simply change the text. So the first one is email, okay, and then the last one is address. It's like that, with also a frame modifier with a width of 180. It's like that. Okay, cool. And here you have to change it to address, obviously, and here email. Okay, so honestly that doesn't look very nice, so let's change this by wrapping the three add stacks into a so-called form. Okay, so here what we're going to do is to add a form object. Okay, and then cut and paste it into it. Okay, just like that. I'm going to add, so there is a bug here with the top area of the preview canvas. So if you want, here we can add for the moment padding top, and here 60. Cool. But what did the form actually do for us? The cool thing about form is that SwiftUI automatically adapts the layout and appearance of the views wrapped inside the form for us. So let's say we want to add two views to our row. Okay, one button for texting the contact and another one for calling him. Those two to be separated from the other views inside the form. To do this, we wrap those into sections like this. Okay, so here, first section. Okay, then you simply cut and paste again the three add stacks. Okay, just like that. And now we can create another section. Okay, and add the two buttons. Okay, so the first button is this one. Okay, so here we can add print send a message. Okay, then we don't need that. Okay, and the text will be send a message. Okay, then we create another button. Okay, in the same way. So here we can print call, and here we don't need that. We can rewrite text call, just like that. Okay, so great, we are already finished with composing the UI of our detail view. So here, as you can see, the form has two sections, the first one and the second one. So it's very nice, good looking. So the preview of your detailed view should look like this. Okay, so now it's time to connect it to the content view in a manner that when the user taps on a particular contact row, it opens the detail view. Okay, just like here. Okay, with showing the detailed information about the selected contact. Okay, for being able to navigate to the corresponding detail view when we tap on a certain contact row, we need to embed our contents view list into a navigation view like this. So here I'm going to call navigation view and put the list into it. Okay, just like that. However, our content view doesn't have a navigation bar yet. Okay, to change this, we append the navigation bar title here, navigation bar title modifier to our list, just like that. Okay, cool. So SwiftUI appends a large navigation bar by default. If you want to use the smaller one, you can use the display mode argument with choosing the inline option. So here, if you want, okay, here you can write a contacts and then here inline. Okay, and you will get this result, but I prefer the larger one, so I'm going to delete that. So now to navigate to the detail view, when tapping on a row, we wrap each contact row instance that gets created inside the list into a navigation link with choosing that instance as the link's destination. So here you're going to write navigation link, this one. Okay, here we are going to select this one. So the destination will be detail view. Okay, with contact, and that we don't need it, so you can simply do that. Okay, and simply cut and paste it here. Okay, so the navigation link tells SwiftUI to push the detail view equipped with the past contact instance on top of the navigation hierarchy. So here, as you can see now, it works perfectly. Awesome. By using our navigation view, we are able to stack our content view and our detail view in a navigation hierarchy and to let the user navigate between them. Okay, so the last thing, if you want to see it into black mode, I think it's color scheme, and here the value is dark. Okay, let me see if it works. Okay, so we are going to delete that. I'm going to copy paste this line here as well. Let me try and see what do we get. Okay, perfect. So the results even in dark mode is very nice. Okay, so I let you choose which one do you prefer. Okay guys, so that's it. We are finished with creating our own contacts app. We learned how to present data inside lists and how to cluster UI pieces inside forms. Okay, we also learned how to navigate between several views by using a navigation view hierarchy. You can find the whole source code in the link below the video, and I see you in the next lesson, guys. Bye bye.